Pre-flight checklist.
Oxygen.
Tested 100%.
Instrument transfer and display switches.
Normal auto.
Window heat.
On.
Pressurization mode selector.
Auto.
Flight instruments.
Set.
Parking brake.
Set.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Before start procedure.
Check. I'm ready for the checklist.
Before start checklist.
Flight deck door.
Closed, not locked.
Fuel.
7 tons. Pumps on.
Passenger signs.
On.
Windows.
Locked.
Mode control panel.
Set.
Takeoff speeds.
Set.
CDU pre-flight.
Complete.
Rudder and aileron trim.
3 and 0.
Taxi and takeoff briefing.
Complete.
Anti-collision light.
On.
Before start checklist complete.
Okay. Go into ETC. Krasnoyarsk radar. Good day, Aeroflot 125. Radio check.
Aeroflot 125, Krasnoyarsk. Good day, sir. Reach 5.
I read you 5-2. Request startup. Information Alpha.
Aeroflot 125, startup approved. Squawk 5322.
Squawk 5322. Startup approved. Aeroflot 125. Start engine 1.
Starting number 1.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome on board our flight today. This is the lead flight attendant speaking. Please direct your attention to the cabin crew for port safety information. There is an instruction card in your seat pocket that illustrates the safety equipment on this aircraft. Regulations require compliance with this information as well as all crew instructions, lighted information signs, and posted placards. Fasten your seatbelt by inserting the metal tip into the buckle. Tighten by pulling on the belt. To release your seatbelt, slip the metal flap on the buckle. It is our policy that you keep your seatbelt fastened at all times while seated. Doors are clearly marked with exit signs and instructions for door operation. Each door is equipped with an escape slide. Locate the exit nearest
Starter
you.
cutout.
The nearest exit may be behind you.
Start engine 2.
In an emergency, lights will illuminate
Starting
the
number
aisle.
2.
The cabin is pressurized. If there is a loss of cabin pressure, a panel will open and oxygen masks will appear. Remain seated with your seatbelt fastened and pull a mask toward you to start the flow of oxygen. Oxygen will be flowing to the mask even though the bag may not inflate. Cover your nose and mouth with the mask, place the elastic band around your head, and tighten by pulling on the end. Secure your own mask before assisting others. Your seat bottom cushion may be used as a flotation device. Pull up and remove the cushion. Upon exiting the aircraft, place your arms around the cushion and hold on to the straps located on the back. This is a non-smoking flight. Smoking is not permitted in the cabin or lavatories. Cabin lights will now be turned off. Reading light buttons are located above your seat. Thank you for your attention.
Starter cutout.
Checked. Flaps 5.
Check. Takeoff flaps set.
Okay.
I'm ready for the checklist.
Before taxi checklist.
Generators.
On.
Probe heat.
On.
Anti-ice.
Off.
Isolation valves.
Auto.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Recall.
Checked.
Auto brake.
RTO.
Engine start levers.
Idle detent.
Flight controls.
Checked.
Ground equipment.
Clear.
Before taxi checklist complete.
Красноярск Рейдер, Aeroflot 125, request taxi.
Aeroflot 125. Taxi to hold point runway 29, via apron, Tango 2, Tango 1, and Delta.
Taxi to holding point runway 29 via Tango 2, Tango 1 and Delta Aeroflot 125. Clear on the left.
We're clear on the right.
Around request taxi. Vostok 501. Taxi to hold point runway 29, via apron, Tango 2, Tango 1, and Delta. Give way to Boeing 37.
Around holding point runway 29, Tango 2, Tango 1, Delta, 4.75.
Before takeoff checklist.
Flaps.
Flaps 5 green light.
Stabilizer trim.
5.2 unit.
Yes. Okay, thanks. Captain,
Check.
the cabin's secure. Before takeoff checklist complete.
Checked.
Cabin crew, take your seats.
Checked. Holding point runway 29, information Alpha, Aeroflot 125.
Aeroflot 125, runway 29, surfacing 230 degrees, progressing 6 meters per second, variable between 190 and 260 degrees. Initial climb to plateau 070 and 0. Correction, runway golf to Echo departure.
Lining up runway 29, initial climb 070 via Romeo Golf to Echo departure, Aeroflot 125. Runway entry precision.
Check. Ready to go.
Checked.
Roger 1, holding point on taxiway Delta, ready to go.
Also, Roger 1, hold position, traffic on the runway.
Holding position, Roger 1.
Aeroflot 125 ready for departure.
Aeroflot 125, close for takeoff, climb to assign flight level 360, report passing flight level 070, control 133, decimal 3. Thank you for flight and have a nice day.
Click for takeoff. After takeoff, passing flight level 070 will report Krasnoyarsk control on 133.3. Cleared for takeoff, Aeroflot 125. Clock set. Takeoff.
Check.
Stabilized.
knots.
Checked. go.
Positive right.
Gear up.
Gear up. LNAV.
Checked.
Gear up, lights out.
Select Command A.
Command A.
Воздух 501, line up runway. 29, surface winds 230 degrees to nothing fixed in the center. Variable between 190 and 260 degrees. Visual climb to ascent flight level 340, Sierra Tango 2, Echo, departure.
Roger 1, taking the position runway 29, expecting Sierra Tango 2, Echo departure.
Select VNAV.
VNAV.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1.
Flaps up.
Flaps up. I'm ready for the checklist.
After takeoff checklist.
Engine bleeds. On. Packs. Auto. Landing gear. Up and off. Flaps. Up, no lights. After takeoff checklist. Complete. Transition altitude. Altimeters 1013.
Checked.
Roger 1, ready for departure.
Воздух 501, wait.
Again for 501.
Воздух 501, cleared for takeoff. On passing flight level 070, contact.
Krasnoyarsk control, good evening. Aeroflot 125 with you. After departure, flight level 070.
Airport 125, Krasnoyarsk control. Good afternoon. Ready to contact, continue climb flight level 360 and report reach.
Continue. Climb flight level 360. Will report reached Aeroflot 125.
Flight level 100.
Checked.
Hello?
A coffee and a tea, please.
You bet. I'll be up in just a minute.
Yes.
Here you go, guys. I got your drinks and a few snacks too.
Thanks.
Sure, anytime.
Send out Dog Badger 1 with you, flight level 090.
501 Krasnoyarsk control. Good evening again. Radar contact, continue climb flight level 340, direct point C2, turn right.
Turning right direct to C2, Badger 1. 340.
Stock 501, direct position approach.
Direct to approach, Badger 1.
Are you ready for the approach brief?
Approach.
I'm ready for the brief.
Okay.
Stock 501, Roger, continue climb flight level 340 on the report region.
We will arrive by the ATC sign star. In approach we can expect an NILS approach in our destination. Runway condition is dry, anti-ice is not required. Landing flaps will be 30. Auto brake level 2. Engine bleeds will be off, will be on. Decision height will be 563 feet. Any questions?
No questions. I'm ready for the checklist.
Okay.
Flight level 3.0.
501, maintain flight level 340, next reported roulette.
Maintain flight level 3.0, however, credit 501.
Thousand to go.
Checked. Aeroflot 125, flight level 360.
Airport 125, maintain flight level 360, next reported Lapak.
Maintain flight level 360, will report Lapak Aeroflot 125.
Continuăm personal left by level 340.
Advisor 1, Market at level 340, contact Novosibirsk Control 127.0. Have a nice day.
Everyone, contact Novosibirsk 127.0.
Aeroflot 125, inbound Lapak, flight level 360.
Airport 125, Market at level 360, contact Novosibirsk Control 127.0. Have a nice day, goodbye.
Continue flight level 360, contact Novosibirsk Control on 127.0. Thank you for the ATC, до свидания. Аэрофлот 125. Novosibirsk Control, good evening, Aeroflot 125 with you at flight level 360, Lapak coming.
Aeroflot 125, Novosibirsk Control, good evening, sir. Maintain flight level 360, report cassette intersection.
Maintain flight level 360, will report cassette intersection, Aeroflot 125.
Восток 560, 07, ветер место еще в один, посадку разрешаю.
Восток 560, садись. Center 501.
Восток 501, Novosibirsk Control.
501, no Joy on 127.4, request runway use at Tomachova.
Восток 501, runway 07 use.
Roger, what standard arrival can we expect? 501.
Восток 501, expect Echo Bravo 07 Delta, runway 2 or 07 for arrival.
Expecting Echo Bravo 07 Tango arrival for 07 501.
Aeroflot passing cassette, flight level 360, ready for descent.
Aeroflot 125, descent to flight level 190 via Echo Bravo 07 Delta, runway 07 for arrival.
Descent flight level 190, standby arrival Echo Bravo 07 Delta, runway 07 in use, Aeroflot 125, thank you.
Восток 160 на стоянке, да, стояночка. Восток 560, ваш понял, спасибо за полет, всего доброго, конец. До новых встреч. Спасибо за контроль, всего доброго. Aeroflot 125, stop descent.
Altitude hold, Aeroflot 125.
Aeroflot 125, stop descent. Climb to flight level 360.
Climb flight level 360, Aeroflot 125.
Aeroflot 125.
Go ahead, Aeroflot 125.
Aeroflot 125, turn right heading 220, delay traffic, descent to flight level 190. Expect vectors for less approach runway 07.
Heading 220, descent flight level 190, expect vectors, ILS approach 07, Aeroflot 125.
Система шло не 90. 777, наберите шло 230. Далее 230, Сергов 577. На контроле, ВВС 1214, разрешите визуальный заход на ВП-07. ВВС 1214, снижайтесь 200 метров на дальний, рассчитывайте визуальный заход, визуальный контакт с полосой доложить. ВВС 1214 понял, снижаюсь 200, визуальный с полосой доложу. Everyone ready for descent. Восток 501, descent to flight level 250. Descending flight level 250 via Echo Bravo 07 Delta arrival, 501. Aeroflot 125, turn left heading 260.
Right heading 260, Aeroflot 125.
Подходим 230. Свердловский 777, сохраняйте 230, встречный снижается на эшелон 250.
Подтверждаем, 230, Волжский 177. Новосибирск контроле, ЧГБ 7115, вошли в зону, ловец. По началу рассчитываем в 20-ю минуту запасной Красноярск. 77-115, Новосибирск контроле, вечер добрый, полно, сохраняйте 570, контроль столичный, расчетное начало снижения головы, рассчитывайте 07 на посадку. 77-115 на расчетном снижении, рассчитываем 07 на посадку. Новосибирск контроль, 77-115. 77-115, Новосибирск контроль, отвечаю. 77-115 на расчетном снижении. 77-115, снижайтесь эшелон 310. 77-115, 310 снижаемся. Пол 07 визуально наблюдаю, подскажу курсу. ЛВС 12-14, визуальный заход по ТП 07, разрешаю. ЛВС 12-14 понял, визуальный заход по ТП 07 разрешили. Свердловский 777, набирайте эшелон 300. 577 на 300. Кодирование направо, чем поэтому кодировали, descent. Восток 501, descent to flight level 070. Continue descent 070, 501.
1,000 to go.
Checked. Aeroflot 125 reaching flight level 190 and heading 260.
Aeroflot 125, turn left heading 240, descent to flight level 070.
Heading 240, descent flight level 070, Aeroflot 125.
ВВС 12 посадка. А вы 14, посадка в 12 вправо по РД-2.
Понял, вправо по РД-2.
Airport 125, turn right heading 270.
Turn right heading 270, Airport 125.
Свердловский 777, набирайте, подписывает 310, контроль вторичный. Ресет доложить.
Да, 310, ресет доложить, русский ресет. ВВ-12, справа по РД-2 освободил.
ВВ 1214 поезда, вы работаете на Новосибирскую линию 121,7.
Это 21,7, ВВ-12, спасибо за контроль, дай конечно.
Seven number 5, contact Novosibirsk, sorry, Krasnoyarsk control on 133.3, have a nice flight, sir, bye-bye.
Hey, Seven number 5, change to 133.3, Krasnoyarsk control, thank you for ATC, goodbye.
Свердловский 777, кисет подтверждаю, следуйте 310, выход из зоны Хамоти, доложить.
Следуем 310, выход из зоны Хамоти, доложим, Свердловский 777.
flight level 100.
Checked.
Aerofoot 125, direct to Echo Bravo. Hold and Echo Bravo, flight level 070.
Cabin crew?
Left hand button until advice.
Direct to Echo Bravo. Hold and Echo Bravo. Left hand pattern until advice. Descent flight level 070, Aeroflot 125.
Заняли 310. 77-115, понял, снижайтесь 090, рассчитывайте за ожидание Матвеевский. Снижаемся 090, за ожидание Матвеевский, 77-115. UNKL Bravo, flight level 070.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be
Castle 501, transition 060, PEC 1015, descent to height 700 meters, expect LS approach runway 07.
safety. Flight attendants will now walk through the cabin to secure it for landing. We'll be collecting all
PEC 1025,
Thousand
descent
to
to
go.
height 600 meters, transition 0251.
Also in preparation for landing, please turn off all electronic devices.
Castle 501 mistakes, descent to height 700 meters,
Use caution.
700.
Some items may have shifted during our flight.
Roger that, 70051. Now passing transition level 0601025.
Security of your seatbelts. We will be landing shortly. Thank you.
Castle 501, Roger.
Aeroflot 125, flight level 070.
Airflow 125, Horizon, maintain, flight level 070.
Flight level 070, Aeroflot 125.
501 reaching height 600 meters. Foster 501, Roger. Descend to height 500 meters, cleared for the approach runway 07. Father 1 was descending to height 500 meters and we are cleared for approach runway 07. Thank you. You are welcome. Airport 125 via Echo Bravo 07 Delta, descend to flight level 060.
Via Echo Bravo 07 Delta arrival, descent flight level 060, Aeroflot 125.
— 77-115, схемы зоны ожидания материнские знакомы? 77-115, так точно. Я не сомневался. Входящий 296 будет 77-115. 77-115, дальше правильно, входной 296, разворот левый, шел 090, время участка удаления 1 минута до команды. Приняли 77-115. Airport 125, initial level 060, QEF 1015, descent to height 700 meters, expect airways approach runway 07.
Aeroflot 125 request QNH.
Airport 125, QNH 1027.
Descendant flight height 700 meters, QNH 1027, Aeroflot 125.
Order 501, 8 km from touchdown, left on track. Runway inside, ready to land, 501. Auto 501, clear to land, runway 07.
Captain, the cabin's secure.
Clear to land, 501, thank you.
Transition level.
Checked. Altimeters 1027.
Altimeters 1027.
Approach checklist.
Altimeters 1027.
Altimeters 1027.
Approach checklist complete.
One on ground. Foxtrot 501, vacate right to taxi 2. Vacate into the right, 501.
Thousand to go.
Checked.
One runway vacate, taxiway 2. Our 2501 welcome to Novosibirsk, contact Novosibirsk ground on 121.7. Bye bye. 121.7, 677 вышли из вашей зоны Амульти. Симоновский 777 Амульти подтверждаю. Далее работайте Красноярск, контроль 133, залетая 3, доброго пути на посадке. Далее Красноярск, контроль 133, залетая 3, всего доброго, до свидания.
Flaps 1.
Flaps 1. Cabin crew, take your seats.
Aeroflot 125, height 700 meters.
Aeroflot 125, descend to height 500 meters, cleared for nice approach runway 07.
Descent height 500 meters, cleared aerial approach 070, 07 runway Aeroflot 125.
77-115, выход из зоны по схеме Эко Браво 07 Дельта, снижайтесь высоту 060. 77-115, снижаемся 060 по схеме Эко Браво 07 Дельта.
Flaps 5.
Flaps 5.
Arm localizer.
Localizer.
77-115 эшелон перехода 060, давление 761 мм. По схеме снижайтесь 70 метров, рассчитывайте заход плюс 07. 77-115, подавление 761, снижаемся 600, заход плюс на 07.
Localizer alive.
Checked.
77-115, снижайтесь 707. 77-115, приняли, 700 снижаемся. Сейчас 115 межводный перехода, давление 761 установлено. 77-115 вас понял.
Aeroflot 125, localizer runway 07 established.
Aeroflot 125, Roger.
Alive.
Checked. Arm approach.
Approach.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Flaps 15.
Flaps 15.
Aeroflot 125, 10 kilometers from touchdown, acknowledge glide.
Flaps 30.
Flaps
Set
30.
VRF plus 5.
Set.
Localizer fully established, ready to land. Aeroflot 125.
Aeroflot 125, clear to land runway 07.
Clear to land runway 07, Aeroflot 125. Landing checklist.
Engine start switches.
Continuous.
Speed brake.
Arm
Landing gear.
down.
Flaps.
Flaps 30. Green light.
Landing checklist complete.
Checked. Autopilot off.
Check.
Auto throttle off.
Check.
Auto marker.
1051 feet. $500 feet.
Stabilized.
Approaching minimums.
Continue.
Check. Minimums.
Landing.
Check.
100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
Speed brakes out.
Checked.
Reverse green. $60 knots.
Checked. Manual braking. Aeroflot 125 at land.
Aeroflot 125, generate right to taxiway 2.
Locating right, taxiway to Aeroflot 125. Okay to clean up.
Check.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conclusion of our flight. Please remain seated with your seatbelts fastened until the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign and the aircraft is parked safely at the gate. This will be your indication it is safe to move about the cabin, gather your belongings, and depart. We'd like to thank you for flying with us today. We appreciate your business and hope to see you again on a future flight.
Runway vacated on taxiway to Aeroflot 125.
Aeroflot 125, Roger, welcome to Novosibirsk. Contact Novosibirsk ground on 121.7.
Novosibirsk ground on 121.7.
APU is
Thank you
online.
for control. Bye bye. Novosibirsk ground, good evening, Aeroflot 125, after landing on taxiway 2.
Aeroflot 125, Novosibirsk ground, good evening. Stand number 3, taking way 2.
Stand number 3 via taxiway 2 Aeroflot 125. APU on the bus.
Cabin crew, disarm slides.
Aeroflot 125
Ready for shutdown.
on stand 3. Parking brake set. Engines going down.
Aeroflot 125, welcome to Novosibirsk, out.
Thank you for the ATC. Спасибо большое за встречу. До свидания. Yes?
Captain, all flights are disarmed.
Checked. Go ahead.
Okay, the chocks are in now and you can release the parking brake.
Okay, thank you. Releasing the parking brake. Shutdown checklist.
Fuel pumps.
Off.
Probe heat.
Off.
Hydraulic panel.
Set.
Flaps.
Up.
Parking brake.
Released.
Engine start levers.
Cut off.
Weather radar.
Off.
Shutdown checklist complete.
Okay. Secure the aircraft, please.
Standby. I'm ready for the checklist.
Okay. Secure the aircraft. Checklist.
Standby. I'm ready for the checklist.
Secure an aircraft checklist.
IRSs off. Emergency exit lights off. Window heat off. Packs off. Securing aircraft checklist complete.
Okay.
Check.
PO off. Battery off.